We are here, yes, back testing our grits, man. He wants to see what we about. You know what I mean? You gotta find some way to call us champs every week. You feel me?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings
We
us
just gotta
to
get the
Gillette
dub.
Stadium
That's what it
in
comes down to.
Foxborough, Mass. Nothing
So let's
like
have some
the
fun.
fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
That you're gonna come out in. I think this should be a good one
From
too.
inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So
In the
what
hole,
do you do?
bro.
Yeah, I think
Don't
you
give
have
up
to
on the
make
run.
sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, here's the option. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside.
I'm
Nice
not gonna lie,
steady gain.
that's not the best, but I just gotta say that now. You're alright though.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Just gotta work a little slower.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Come on. Kick it. No fumble?
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over.
33-yard line.
Let's see if he can stop.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry for Nick Chubb.
Good luck,
and
bruh.
he'll be taken down right around the 34 after
luck,
a pickup
bruh.
of only a
I
yard.
just gotta make adjustments and
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up
It's
there
not
in the
the
middle of
easiest
the
from that,
line.
and it's
A
not
lot
the
of bodies,
fastest.
not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A run for Nick Chubb.
I don't know what
And
you
he
think
went
this is, homie.
backwards. He'll be down at the
I don't know
30.
what you think this
That
is.
2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Third and long. It's Watson.
Where you going, Watt?
Get there and bring it
Where you
down.
going, Watt?
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks.
Gotta get our offense
Great
going now.
coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 22.
Nice dive.
All told,
Nina.
54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Let's bring the Wildcat back.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now
Let's
is a little more
go,
consistency.
defense.
Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Where are you going to, Fo? Where are you going to, Fo?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 52.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
7 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And this
Come
one
on,
goes
man. This run
nowhere.
defense something
Losing
else.
yardage back at the
It's
22.
something else, bruh.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go.
They haven't got a first down
getting
yet?
a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
I haven't noticed. We haven't, have we?
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Murray. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
At the 6-yard line.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 1st and goal from the 6. They'll run with Chubb. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly.
Good job, defense. Good job, defense.
Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Now 4th and goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he'll be out right at the 35.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Just need to calm down, fellas.
Under 10, 10. Check. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
On the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch twist. Shit. Watch the shit. Alert 3.
Now a run with Akers. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense.
They do go for it. It's Murray. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the action.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's Akers. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. On third down.
Oh, my
Akers,
God.
He won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Whoa. That's why this is why I don't want to kick a field goal. This is why I don't want to kick a field goal. Because if I can't run straight, I can't kick a fucking field goal.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael.
He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run this with Akers. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run.
I can't run a regular hole, bro.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings
Well,
up
when you're
4th.
one-dimensional, it makes it kind of
Passing
fucking
game not
hard.
in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this will be incomplete. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
He's coming. Check. Hey, watch your leg. Hey. 28. Let's go. Like 28. I'm coming for you. You mine. Come back. He's coming. Check in.
On 3rd down, Murray. Escaping, in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the slip. 9.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. He got 29 yards that time. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game
Watching a team that can't run through a hole, man.
As we'll get you down the
No
coast to
comment.
Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
Can't control time of possession. Can't control shit. Really what it's coming down to. It's really what it's coming down to.
Tighten down. There you go. Undercrush. 6 guys.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Takes me too long to do this shit.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's good. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He's coming. We got double up.
Going right back to Akers. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Murray. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Mike 52.
On 3rd down, Akers. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position.
Can you guys come down, please? Pressing the plug
On
button.
1st down, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough.
Watch the screen. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Alert. Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
31.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He knocks him back. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line. 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 1st and goal at the 4-yard
Again, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Check Mike 11, check Mike.
Watson going to try and run it. They get this out left. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. Chubb. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal. That's the end of the third quarter.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Mike 9. Double dog, that's the way. Mike 9, Mike 9.
Hit a hole, man. Hit a hole. That shit crazy to me, bro. That shit crazy to me. I can't hit a hole today.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The balance beam has nothing to do with my players not being able to run through holes. But I feel you, man. I haven't needed balance beam to win a Super Bowl, but guess I need it today, huh?
They're going for it.
Guess I need it today, huh?
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
15's mine. I got 15. 15. Man, that's trash. That's trash. My 5.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. Now that's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Murray now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go. Let's go. No. Check that. Check that.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. They're running it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 37. Check 37. 24.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Reset. 19. You must be dreaming. Share. 29. 25. Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Here we go. Hey, check.
Watson.
Hey, let's get this.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Man, I got you. Hey, 24. 29. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Throwing again is Watson.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he takes this all the way up to the 35-yard line.
By the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.